Hello everyone, Sarah here for Bibliosnack Books Two Ways. The book I'm going to talk about today has two main characters, and their names are Deba and Xana. And they're two pretty normal 12-year-olds, and they live in modern-day London. But it starts to become clear pretty early on in the book that there's something a little bit odd about one of the girls, about Xana. One of the odd things is that animals seem to kind of worship her. For example, one day Deba and Xana are in the yard at school and they're hanging out, and seemingly out of nowhere, a red fox appears. And this red fox comes up to Deba and Xana, and it actually seems to bow to Xana, which is kind of odd. And then one night, while Deba and Xana are hanging out, something even weirder happens. An umbrella appears at Xana's window. But this is not an ordinary umbrella. This is an umbrella that can somehow move by itself. And this umbrella that can move by itself seems to be kind of beckoning to the girls to follow it. So, like any normal, curious 12-year-old girls, Deba and Xana decide they're going to follow the umbrella. So they do. And what happens next changes everything that they know about the world. Xana and Deba actually end up following this umbrella into another world entirely. This world is similar to London. It has a lot of the same characteristics, but they very soon realize that it is not at all the same. In fact, the city that they have found themselves in is actually known as London, which, of course, is the title of the book. This book is called London, and it is by China Miéville. And they soon find out in London that the reason that Xana has been getting interesting treatment from animals in regular London is that Xana has been prophesied to be the hero of London. She has always been meant to save London from a vicious enemy. However, what Deba soon realizes is that sometimes the person who is prophesied to be the hero can't be the hero. So what do you do when you find out that your best friend, Xana, who's supposed to be the hero of London, actually is unable to be the hero? Well, what you would do is that you would find out that you had to step up and become the hero and take your best friend's place to save London. So I don't want to tell you too much about this book, because part of the reason I loved reading it is because on every single page of this book there is a surprise. There's something incredibly imaginative, and I don't want to ruin it for you. The author, China Miéville, has created this totally wacky, creative, inventive world, maybe one of the most inventive worlds I've ever read. Not only is it a really well-created world with really awesome, quirky characters, but it's actually a story that kind of reinvents the whole classic fantasy quest story. So everything you think you know about fantasy and kids saving the world quests is totally thrown out the window, and China Miéville has put completely new rules in place. So if you love Alice in Wonderland or The Phantom Tollbooth or The Chronicles of Narnia, you'll love this book because it's similar, but you'll also love figuring out the differences between those classic stories and this modern, inventive story. I loved this book. I loved the characters, and I'm just going to give you a little hint of how awesome the characters are just so you get an idea. They're in London, in England. Instead of calling trash cans or garbage cans, they call them dust bins. And there are these characters in this book that are called binjas, and they're actually garbage cans that have evolved arms and legs and little eyes, and they have the ability to do karate, and they're really sneaky, so they're garbage can ninjas, binjas. So every page has something awesome and clever and hilarious like that, and I highly recommend that the first thing you do after turning off this book talk is that you go to the library and check this book out, because I think that everyone will find something to love about it. The book is Unlondon by China Miéville.